I'm Tom for Do-It-Yourself Home Automation, and this is a look at Kodak Tri-X film. This is a 400 speed film. It's black and white, and it's one of the iconic photojournalism films that Kodak has been making for over 50 years. This originally was created actually beginning in the 1940s, and a lot of really iconic photos that you might recognize from that time period from the 40s, especially into the 50s through the 70s, were actually shot on Kodak Tri-X. And you can actually get this in a 35 millimeter, which is what I have here. You can also get a 120 format, 4x5 and up, but today we're looking at the 35 millimeter, and this is a 24 frame roll. So here's the actual film. We'll take a look at it here. It is DX coded, so if you put it into a camera that's compatible, it'll pick up, again, that 400 ASA speed on there, and the TX is the Tri-X. This is a really grainy, really kind of expressive black and white film. It's not trying to be kind of a deep, dark black like you would get in a Kodak T-Max or a film that's got a more modern grain structure. It's really grainy, it's really rich, it's very dramatic, and again, it has that kind of old school look to it because it's a grain structure that's existed for a long time. So I love it for photojournalistic work. This works really well in my Leica R7 camera. It also works really well in point and shoot cameras and things with an autofocus, and it's just really easy to add that extra level of drama and interest to your work with Kodak Tri-X. It's a professional film, so it is in the professional line from Kodak, so it's definitely extremely high quality emulsion, very well made, and again, you're shooting at 400 speed on this. So let's take a look at a couple of sample photos, things I've shot on Kodak Tri-X. This is developed in DF96 monobath. This is a good example, I think, of a frame where you see a whole street scene and you get a lot of detail. You can see in the signs here and this mask-wearing sign and everything. It picks up a lot of detail. It's a very high-quality film, but you get this really dramatic grain, which is visible in the sky here. And, good, really good latitude, too. So you can see you get a lot of detail in the shadows, even underneath the awning here, but you still get not really blown-out whites at all. So on this very reflective sign, you get really good balance. And that's one of the things that Tri-X is known for. You can also push it very easily to 400, from 400 to 800, or even up to 1600. And I've heard people go even further with push processing with Tri-X and still get really great results. You can see a couple more shots here. This is a bioswale. If you're doing, more architectural kind of work, again, you really do get a lot of detail. You can pick up a lot of the detail in the sign in the background here. And I just love the way that it renders shadows. A little bit kind of lighter. It's not as much. You can get contrast out of it depending on how you develop it, but it's not as contrasty of a film as some others. And again, because it doesn't have that modern T grain structure, you really are going to get a lot of this beautiful grain. So if you like grain, it's a great film for that. Show a couple more here. And I love it, again, for photojournalistic work because it just lends so much kind of drama and interest to whatever you're photographing. It just gives it a timeless look, too. I mean, obviously, this is of the moment, this shot here, but it has that kind of timeless black and white look that a lot of people like because, again, it's a particular emulsion that's existed for so long, it's been used in photojournalism for so long, that it's going to look distinctive to you and to your viewers. So that is Kodak Tri-X 400, really great film.